I have a goal of using my sewing machine more this year. If you watched my 2026 project planning video, I go into the things that I want to sew this year. And in order to do that, I need to have access to my sewing machine. I mean, I have access to it, but the space itself is not usable. So let's fix that. Do you want to see what I'm starting off with? If you hear chewing, that's the dog because her food bowl is right there. It's right there. Let me tell you where my sewing machine is. It lives in the breakfast nook of my kitchen. And it has kind of become a catch-all area because one, the door to outside, like the back door, the door to the backyard is right here. It's where those curtains are. It's right there. The door to the garage is right there. Here's the breakfast nook. So therefore it kind of becomes a catch-all. Sorry for the background noise if you can hear the dog. She's drinking and eating. And the back door is open, so she's going to be coming in and out. Yes, I know it's the end of January, but we haven't had any snow here in my part of it. Well, I take that back. We had snow this morning, and it's gone. It's like it was never there in the first place. It was hardly anything to measure. It was enough that I needed to brush off the car. But that's it. It might as well have not snowed for however much good it's going to do. Also, she got a new toy. So if you hear tippy tappies and squeaks, that's the dog. Anyway, here's my sewing area. Okay. Oh, and what I'm wearing today, I am wearing my stripe pipe and my muscle burra. Now, the yarn on my muscle burra, this was a Three Loves exclusive yarn colorway for Local Yarn Store Day 2025. Okay, and here's my stripe pipe. You've seen this multiple times. Here's my sewing machine. So there's the mop. I have hardwood floors. Sewing machine. Stack of clothes that my husband no longer wears that I plan on doing something with instead of just tossing them or donating them. Okay, hence the list of ideas I want to sew and inklings of ideas. Okay. Box of more like fabric and jeans to make into a jean quilt. And there's the desk that I was using upstairs, and then we painted my room, our bedroom, and that meant things got rearranged, and now I have a new desk, and it's living in the loft, and my spinning wheel lives on top of this desk. Here's what we're starting with. Okay, so we need to clear off spaces, reorganize, maybe toss things. I don't know. But before we do that, we're going to eat some cookie dough and drink our cherry ginger ale. And I'm sorry if the lighting is going to be weird in here because my breakfast nook has 2 windows. And yes, the blinds are closed. And curtains, sliding door, whatever. Speaking of curtains, I got these at Target. I obviously have not used them because they're right here. I can't return these because I no longer have a receipt. But I don't know. Sorry for the barking dog. There is a squirrel, and it is taunting her. All right, you get a weird angle looking up at me because I don't want to bend down anymore. Books I need to get rid of. Picky Eating Cookbook. Haven't used it in years. Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. I have another copy of this, and I accidentally picked this one up. Same with books 5 and 6 of Anne of Green Gables. I have other copies, so I'm getting rid of those. And then Mrs. Jeffries, Victorian Mystery. These are adorable. I have copies, duplicates of these, so these all need to go away. Hey, Jess, why do you have pine cones? I don't know. I think these were the cinnamon pine cones from Christmas time. These were from like 2 years ago or something. I had crafty plans to put some white paint and glitter on them to make them all snowy and put them in a wreath. That didn't happen. I don't know what I'm going to do with pine cones. Howdy. Now that I've cleared off tabletops, I'm thinking I'm going to change where the sewing machine is, because right now it's right there, right here. Okay. Now I put it right there because these tables, I got these at Ross. They have plugins in the top, and I did that. However, I think I want to flip it around and put my sewing machine on the desk. So that way I have all of this empty space right here to put things. So the night light that's plugged in right down there, it's covered in spider webs. So I have a craft dresser that I've had for years, and it's over there, and it has like hot glue and popsicle sticks and random things like that. Okay. And so I am moving all the crafting things from there into these plastic storage bins. So that way since it's right next to the table, can be for tablecloths and table runners and the like. So I'm cleaning out one of the drawers, and I find broomstick lace. I think this was my grandma's, because I don't remember my mom ever doing this. It has, oh, sorry, hairpin looms. I think it's broomstick lace, and got these things. What are these? Oh, this is just artwork from when I was a kid, apparently. Anyway, maybe I learn how to do broomstick lace this year, because I have instructions for it, and why not? I don't even know how old this is. From Middleborough, Massachusetts. Hero Multiset Hairpin Looms. Or just right crochet fork. Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever done broomstick lace? Or hairpin looms? Have you? I found more patterns. But these are let's see. Did I ever make this dress? No, I did not. I did make this. This is when I had my oldest and I was making this, a cart cover thing. I made that. And then for my middle child, when he was, what was it? This was his second Halloween. We did not have baby number 3 yet. And he was a scarecrow for Halloween. I still have that costume. And then we've got, what was it? The knight? I think it might have been the knight from right there. The knight from 1 year. Because it definitely was not the Viking thing. Might have been the knight. And then I've got a pattern for poodle skirt. And this is from high school. This is pajamas. Yeah, I had a sewing class in high school. It was home ec and I really loved it. Hi. No, that was a different class. Different class. Oh, and then there's the pirate costumes from 1 year. And then this was not a pirate costume. This was the little chef. This was my middle child. He had hair like Gordon Ramsay when he was a toddler, and he had the attitude to match. So it was perfect for him to be Gordon Ramsay for Halloween. Oh, look, another pattern for a poodle skirt. And then, wow, this is old. This is my mom's pattern. These are, look at that. Oh, I made this skirt. I made this skirt in high school. It was this one. I made it red gingham with cherry lace, and I had that for a while. Do I still have that? Maybe I tossed that now. And then we have another old one. These are aprons. 1975. Got a vintage apron pattern. Nice. I'm gonna have to make one of those. How old is this one? Oh. And then, can you guess? 1991. Well, how fun. Found another pattern. This is for a drawstring bag. And it's oh, and I found this cute little cross stitch. Yeah. Apparently I got this for $1. There was one more pattern in the bottom of that drawer. Capes. Because when my oldest was about 8 or 9, he wanted to be a Dementor for Halloween. So therefore cape. And yes, I still have this cape. My kids use it for, you know, dressing up and playing, because we also have a weapons basket because I'm a boy mom. Fellow millennials out there, tell me that your parents also kept all the things. Now, I have already gone through, this was years ago, boxes that my mom had kept, and it was everything that I had ever written on or colored from kindergarten onwards. There were boxes, and I tossed back to everything. I tossed everything. Now, remember, this is from my craft dresser, okay? And I said, oh, what's in here? Oh, I opened it up and it was artwork. No, it was not artwork. In this here envelope, we have test scores like state test scores from middle school. I was 13. I was 13. Why do I have those? Here's my report card from 8th grade year. Here is 8th grade graduation. Here's, see? 8th grade graduation. Okay, why do I have that? Progress report card from the first quarter of grade 8. Like, why was this in this random box? Like, what is this? Here's a poem I wrote in English. Like, this was in Microsoft Word, and we had, like, this is the precursor to emojis. Okay. Okay, this is in Microsoft Word. Here's something that I drew. I don't remember what class this is for. This was Bush versus Al Gore. They're calling each other liars because they were liars. And what is this? Oh, this was my 4th grade class. And this was presentation of the states. And so we had a song of all the states. And we did that. Why? And like, why? Grade 8. Oh, look, straight A's, obviously. A random thank you card from my grandpa. Oh, I'm keeping that because he died when I was 11. I'm keeping that. But like, why do I have my standardized test scores from 8th grade? Like, why? Why did we keep this? This was a coloring contest from Payless, and you can win a free bike helmet and a $10 gift certificate. I think mine was picked. That's why we kept it, because I remember this being on TV. 1994. 1994. Why is this one in plastic? What is this? Look, it's the fabric I was intending to make curtains out of 6 years ago. Yeah, we just bought our first house, Christmas 2019, and ignore the fact that it was COVID. I was fully intending on making curtains, and then we moved again. Well, it is better than it was before. Yes, I have stuff on the top. You saw all that denim. It's categorized. So we've got the husband's jeans, my jeans, and then from out of the toddler jeans to toddler jeans. And it's everything that has holes that I can't reasonably fix. And, well, that's mine, or they no longer fit. Like, I found a couple pairs of Old Navy skinnies that were a size 0. I haven't been that big for 10 years. Why do I still have, I don't know why I still have them. Anyway, and then for the kids' jeans, it's obviously they got holes in the knees, and I never got around to fixing them. Besides the point. I found my buttons that I had been missing for years. Found them a little bit ago. Like during Vlogmas, I found them. And I put them all in adorable teacups that I got from the thrifts. From what? I put the buttons in the teacups that I thrifted a while ago. There's 4 teacups. 2 of them actually match. The other 2 do not, but they were adorable anyway. And buttons in teacups because it's adorable. Okay. I think this setup is going to work great. The reason why we have the jeans out and the flannel and the that's not flannel, fleece. What the heck? Okay. The reason why that is out is so that way if I see it, I remember that that's a project I want to do and then I will do it. Does that make sense? The jeans are out. You know, when inspiration strikes, I've got a couple of these. This is a 5-inch square. I believe I have a smaller one. I do have a smaller one. It's in the drawer somewhere. It's probably buried under all the patterns I found. I can cut squares out. That's why that's there. Now the fleece, that's remnants from Joanne. And this one I thought was the cutest. Can you see that? It's a little fox. So I figured I want to make some sort of blanket with the fox fleece. And look, I have an orange to go with it. There's also a red and a plaid green. Maybe, I don't know, but I figured I want to buy it and then I'll eventually make a blanket. I obviously haven't made the blanket, but that's the idea behind having the machine on the desk and these 2 tables cleared off so that way I can see the projects. This is going to be good. I do need a different solution for my thread. Well, I'll take that back. I still need a different solution for the thread. I want one of those pegboard thingies for the thread and I can hang it up on the wall right there. But I need new thread. Hi, Puffy. And all the thread that's in this container, I know, is very old polyester thread and it's from my aunt. That's where the sewing machine is from. Did you know that Shark makes sewing machines? Apparently they did or do or something, but she upgraded her machine, didn't want this one anymore, and gave it to me. So we've been married for almost 19 years. I think I've had it for that long. Maybe, yeah, I've had it for at least that long. Now I just need to use it more. That's why we're cleaning up our space, isn't it? I am actually feeling really inspired to start working on the sewing projects, but I have other things that I need to make significant progress on before I do that. You want to see the buttons again? Here, I'll show you all the cups. All the cute teacups. Is that focusing? There it is. So there's one. We're gonna end it right there so I can clean up the buttons before the kids get home. Here's another teacup. Okay, I'm gonna clean up buttons now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.